afternoon, sleigh riders. Victoria here. So I got a lot of requests on Instagram to do a video about all my plants that I have here in the front yard. So I thought I would give you a little cinematic moment and a little descriptor of all the things that I have here and what I've been growing and what's gonna go dormant and what my plan is for winter, because here in Oklahoma it gets kind of cold. So yeah, let's start off with what was here when we first moved in. One of the first plants we had when we first moved in are these really cute, I don't know what you want to call them. I had a name for them. If I look them up, I'll let you know. They're kind of just like, they remind me of desert plants. And they have these really beautiful purple flowers that I got to bloom this year, which was really, really great. And, you know, they're going a little dormant right now, which is fine. They went dormant last year. So I'm excited to see them come back next year. We got given this beautiful holly as our bush in the front yard. Excuse my cobwebs from Halloween. This is a female, I think, holly. It does berries and flowers, so I think that's what that is. If not, like I said, I'll do more research and pop it up on screen. But yeah, we love our holly. It's an evergreen, so we love that, absolutely. Then we have our boxwood that was put in when we first moved in. They were the first green plants we had. They're so thick now. I actually got them to bloom quite nicely this year. I'm going to trim them up, I think here as soon as they start turning yellow. A few of them over here actually just started turning yellow. So as soon as they turn yellow, I'll trim them down and then we'll maybe reform them for next year. So this was one of our plants that was put in when we first moved in. I'm not 100% sure which one this is. It's just a beautiful leafed plant. We actually had two of them, but I had to replace one because one didn't make it from last winter. But it's very, I mean, there's tons of stems. Like, I don't actually know how big this plant is, or maybe it's multiple plants. I'm not 100% sure. But it's a nice little pop of green that I have here in the middle of our flower bed. I got a freaking weed. I got some grass coming in here, taking over. So one of the very first additions I did to the house were these beautiful black dahlias. I actually did tulips first, but then the bunnies ate my tulips. So I planted about 5 bulbs, I think I had, and I had one die. So I have 4 bulbs right now. Beautiful. I'll put some pictures up if I have some of them bloomed. They're so beautiful and they're still kind of growing. So I love that. I got another little guy right here. They're a beautiful addition, very green. I don't know how long they'll last. We'll see if they start to go dormant here in a little bit. This is actually, I had a dahlia here, but it died. I put a wildflower here, which is beautiful. It might not be getting enough sun right here, but that's okay. He's doing his best. But yeah, I love wildflowers. So any big flowers or any flowers that have, you know, big leaves, I love that. If you can tell, I love green. Is my sweet potato vine that just started growing in the beginning of fall, which is doing really, really well. It started off with just one little strand. It was sitting in my windowsill for about, I don't know, 2-3 weeks. And then it started sprouting, you know, little roots in the bucket or in the cup of water. So then I decided to plant it in a small planter, and then it started growing even more, and then I planted it in the ground. And it's doing really, really well. This is the most I think I've been proud of a plant, because I really got it from, like, not infancy, but from, you know, just sprouting it myself. My friend had given it to me. It was a really beautiful gift, and I truly appreciate it, and hopefully it will be here in the house, in the front yard, and hopefully we'll take care of, like, you know, take control of my whole planter soon. We have our mums. I have these beautiful yellow to red chrysanthemums. They actually were bright yellow all spring, and then now recently they've been blooming this beautiful black burgundy color. It's so beautiful. I can't wait to dry these. I was gonna snip them today, but then I read somewhere that you're not supposed to snip them. I don't know. I'm still learning about this plant. I haven't worked with it, But then I actually just bought another one because I love them so much. I think they're so beautiful. So the whole plant should be this color soon. This has been a, oh, hi, Meow. What are you doing? You coming to say hi? Come say hi. So this should be all purple, or this beautiful burgundy color, in just, you know, a few more months. This is a fall plant. I obviously love fall now that we live somewhere that it's cold. Meow. Shadow. Hey, where you going? That's the entire flower bed right now. I am having some trouble with this chrysanthemum. It's dying on this one side. I think it's because it's not getting enough sun on this one side, but then these little guys were growing. So I might just snip off all this dead branch because it's like a few different clusters. So I think I might just cut off that branch and see how it does. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. I hate that this is all dead on this side, but the other side's still doing well, and the burgundy's coming in good. So then we have, you thought that was all. You're sadly mistaken. I have a whole plethora of plants in the front yard here. So let's start on the left here. I just got this. This is my Blackberry Starter. So you buy a starter like this, you let it grow a little bit in the pot, and then you plant it in the backyard. It's gonna go next to my spruce tree once I plant the spruce tree as well, but I was told to wait till after winter, so we'll see if we get this guy to grow a little bit in the planter. I have a pretty good rap with planting things in planters, or in these larger. This is not the same one it came in. It came in a much smaller, you know, just black pot, but I put it in this larger one and gave it some fertilizer, and hopefully it will do really, really well on that. This is one of my other really, really proud moments of being, I guess, an herbalist. I don't know, a gardener. I had someone that we had met at a restaurant who brought in some of their cherry tomatoes that they were giving to one of their friends, and we were just talking to them at the bar, and they had actually given me a few of the cherry tomatoes, and I said, I'm gonna plant this in my front yard, and they went, do it. So I took, they were like little cherry tomatoes about this big. I cut them in half. I squeezed out all of the seeds, and then I sprinkled them into in a smaller planter than this. But yeah, look at that. I even have a little guy just growing right here now. This is gonna be insane. This is gonna be the biggest. This is also gonna have to be planted in the back next to the, I'm gonna have all the veggies and then all the fruits next to each other. But so yeah, this was just grown from freaking seeds from inside a fresh tomato plant. So I got a bunch of little guys over here. Look at that guy. Look at him. He's just growing. I'm trying to get it to focus. There we go. And that's so cool. Then I have my peppers. I have 4 different types of peppers right now. I love them all so much. These are the brand new ones I just got. They are Ornament Peppers. They're a fall blooming pepper. They grow in these really cool stalks, and they have these beautiful dark green leaves that apparently are also super smelly and good to have fragrant wise in your yard. So this has a few different stems on it. It has like 2 or 3 stems, and then it's already still growing. It's still got some blooms. It's got some ripe guys right here, and then these are actually sun-dried right now, which if you want to crush them up and put them into like a cayenne pepper type consistency, you absolutely can. But if you look at all of the flowers, I have so many more blooming right now. So I'm gonna keep this guy in the sun while we still have some. And then hopefully we get some more peppers, because I love growing peppers. They're like one of my favorite things to grow. Next is, these are the Tabascos. I've only had 2 ripened Tabascos this year. I have 3 stems. If you see, there's 3 major stems right now, and I just got some bloomage. So we're gonna have some more being grown here, I guess towards the later end of fall, which is exciting, but I don't think I have any right now. Yeah, it looks like they're not, they're just starting. I have some up here, And then some down here, which I love the flowers. I love that they bloom a flower and then bloom a pepper. It's so fun. Look, there's even some up here. I love that. This is the other pepper plant I have, which is a really weird leafed plant, which I think is so fun. It has, I think, one main stem, but there's been a few shoot-offs because this could also become a large bush. I have a few flowers right now, and it looks like one little seedling going there. But look at how many there possibly could be. Look at these. Look at these guys. There's a ton of them just blooming up. They love this hot weather, but they also love being watered twice a day. I at one point had these both in separate guys, but their roots get really, really big, so they outgrew them pretty quickly. So I just got these bigger planters for them, which I absolutely love. They were like 15 bucks at Lowe's, which is like amazing. Next is I call this my Haunted Mansion planters. I actually got them for a wedding and I ended up keeping them because my couple didn't want them. So I have my salvia, I have my red salvia. It's actually called radio red salvia, which I love. I love medicinal plants. I love plants that I can dry and still hold their color. So I have right now just this salvia plant, which was actually moved into a larger planter. It actually started off this size, which is a little smaller, but then I actually expanded this one to see if it would grow bigger, and it did. It expanded, it grew, and has a lot of new growth here at the stem. I was looking into, should I trim the tops of these if the flowers have fallen off, but someone said because they're not thorned, you're not supposed to do that. But I don't know, you know me, I kind of do research and then give up on it, and then do more research and then give up on it. So I've been kind of just playing it by ear. This is once again another fall plant, so this will keep blooming throughout fall, which I love. And I have my basil. So my basil, when I tell you my basil started off as seeds from a packet, and it is fully bloomed. I have another bloomage coming here, I think soon. I actually should really trim these. I heard that they can get root rot really easily, and that they eat up soil really, really quickly. I just moved them into this larger planter because it was outgrowing the other planter. And then I think I'm gonna get see how that one has a wire rack? I think this girl might need a wire rack as well. But look at all this. I have so much new, there's so much new growth. So we shall see. I think the leaves are fully, they smell so good, guys. If you want something that makes your yard smell good, basil's where it's at. And I use basil in a lot of things I make, pesto and stuff like that. So like I said, I need to maybe get a stanchion, something to keep it upright. But it is beautiful. I love my basil plant. I've been wanting to have my own basil plant and my own cilantro plant and my own sage plant for a really long time. So I'm finally getting there and I'm really, really enjoying it. Our last pepper is my Anaheim pepper. Anaheims are larger, stringy peppers. You can kind of see one right here. They look like jalapenos, but they're a little more bitter, I would say. I have so many on this plant, guys. When I say this guy grew so quickly. Oh man, and I got a big ass wasp right here. Look at this guy. Hey buddy, what are you doing? You like those flowers? All right, well, we'll just leave him alone then. But yeah, I love, this plant has been one of my biggest successes, I would say, in my planting experiences. It took a little bit of getting used to. He almost died twice, but I did a really good job of making sure he came back to life. They need a lot of water and a lot of sun, so, it was one of those, make or break moments, I guess. So just past the salvia, on this side, I have my smaller planter that has cilantro, it has dill, and it has my sage. This is just garden sage. This is house cilantro. It's really taken a long time to even get the dill to come up. This is taking a lot longer. I think I had it in too much of exposure of sun, so I moved it over here underneath the patio so that it would just get it's called low light, not full light, or not full sun, but like partial sun. So I'm gonna see how they do in this area. I do water twice, you know, make sure the soil is nice and wet most of the day, doesn't get dried out. The sage has done so well. The basil used to be like right here. That actually could still be like a little bit of remnants, but as soon as I took the basil out, the sage did really well. I think it ran out of space in the planter to grow bigger. So if it doesn't grow any bigger in the next like month or so before the freeze, I might give them their own planter or one of these bigger ones, but we'll see. Then I have all of my succulents. I have a few of these guys. This one sprouted out 2 other heads, so I separated them and then spread them out. This little guy hasn't done as well as I wanted to, but he's hanging in there. Now, these are my bloomers. So I started off with just one of these. Now I have like 7 of them. They bloom so quickly and they grow off of each other so quickly. And they remind me of like coral, so I really, really like them. And then I got these little baby guys, which I love. And then I've got these like more traditional cactus. This one grew these other 2 ones, and then you just snap them off and then put them in the ground, and then they just grow their own. This one now has 3 other heads, which I think is fucking crazy. And I'm so excited to maybe separate those off as well. And then I have my aloe vera. So being a Florida girl, aloe vera is very important to me. Not getting sun damage or having sunscreen and, you know, needing to have a sunburn be remedied. I love aloe vera. It's good for hand creams and helping with burns. I had these guys in a little bit too much of sun, so they're doing okay, but I think they're gonna do better over here in the corner. This guy needs a lot more soil. He eats up the fucking soil. Like, he's so hungry all the time, so I need to give him just a little bit more soil. But yeah, I love my aloe vera. That's like that whole planter is just aloe vera. Newest addition over here by the front door is our Dwarf Spruce. I just got him. I love him. He's so cute. He might get a little bit bigger than this. The picture says that it could get a lot bigger, but you know, I have some parameters. It says 5 feet, so it's pretty big. It's gonna be spring though, so you know, I have to kind of wait till spring to plant. There's a whole instructions on the back here. So I'm excited. I love it. I think it's so cute. It's gonna be perfect for Christmas. So it's gonna sit right there until after Christmas. But yeah, he's beautiful. I can't wait to either put him in the ground or just keep him here. Maybe get him a bigger planter, see if he grows bigger. And then I just have 2 other succulents over here. They're more dormant succulents. I think it's already too cold for them. So I've been kind of just keeping them by the door because I'm probably gonna have to bring them inside soon. But yeah. Love these guys. They're so pretty. These ones look like those the zebra plants. What are they called? Like the snake plants? I love those. So that reminds me of that one. And this one always reminds me of a flower or a lotus, which I absolutely love. So that's my garden so far. We'll see where next year takes us. I'm really wanting to plant that spruce in the backyard and maybe the blackberry plant and the tomato plant in the back. They'll get a little bit more sun, but as soon as we put a fence in, they'll have tons of shade and, you know, just a little bit more room to grow. They need that soil. They can't be in planters forever. So as much as I love them right now and they're adorable and I love all my plants, but yeah, that's my front yard and just a little glimpse at, you know, what I love to do in the morning just to relax. I come out here, water my plants, drink my coffee, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a comment. Tell me what your favorite plant was that I have, or tell me suggestions of other plants I should get. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!